Done.
Hello and welcome back to Quarantalks. My name is Jaden Maskie, and today I am with Sahil Sogi, Moksh Jain, Ethan Maskie, and our host Kunal Kashyap. What's up, guys?
Hey guys, what's going
What's
on?
up?
What's up,
Hey, how's
guys?
everybody doing?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
So a lot of stuff has been happening in these past 2 days, especially for us people living in India. If y'all have caught up to the news,
Uh-huh.
Indian government has banned a lot of Chinese apps. So, what do you guys think about this ban and all this, how it's gonna affect everybody?
So yeah, this was a ban that has come so fast. There was no prior warning or announcement, and it was recommended by the Ministry of Home Affairs. And a lot of apps have been affected. And one of the major apps that I feel is TikTok. TikTok, as we all know, is a huge media platform and a huge platform for a lot of people who have gained a lot of success. And now I also know for a fact that a lot of people make money off TikTok through freelance media. What do you feel, Sahil?
That's very true, Jaden. I feel like, TikTok personally is something that, people actually made their career out of it. And it's just so sad to see. And also TikTok being one of the most booming social media apps, that
Mhm.
took a great hit back in 2019. So it's
Yeah.
just really sad to see how it actually gonna destroy you know people's career, because they actually started getting paid from it, through a lot of things that you also
Mhm.
spoke about.
Exactly.
So that's what I actually feel. And yeah, Moksh, do you have anything to say about it?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up in the morning and I was like, okay, you know what? I'll open TikTok. And I was like, what? It's not working. And then I realized that it's banned. I was
Mm.
actually kind of sad because I use TikTok every day. I used to enjoy TikTok. And it was a lot of fun for me. I made a lot of TikToks as well. And
Mm.
it was a good platform where I enjoyed it at least. And after watching news and everything, there's at least some justification behind it. And I would love to discuss that.
Mhm.
I mean, to be very honest, Moksh, I think we all really loved your TikToks. They were damn
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, we did.
Very humorous.
Yeah, but moving away from TikTok right now because I mean, I don't really have much to say about TikTok because I don't really use it, nor do I make TikToks. But there's this other app called Cam Scanner, which I don't
Mm.
know about y'all, but I have
Yeah,
used it a lot for my documents,
same,
doing
same.
scans for my
Me
documents,
too.
doing like official legal stuff, and I'm guessing that legal stuff like that, using these apps for that, probably cause a bit of security concern and privacy
Mm.
in the eyes of the government, at least. So,
Uh,
in
Yeah,
some ways, maybe certain apps like these would make sense being banned,
true.
but I don't think every app on that list would deserve to be banned. There's apps like Shein and Club Factory and
Oh,
the
please,
clothing
yeah.
apps that a lot of people now in India use to buy clothes because they're fairly cheap compared to buying it from like a really expensive
Yes,
store here.
yes, yes.
So, I mean, what do you all think about
I mean, yeah,
the
like personally, I mean, me being a customer from Sheen is I literally was in tears when I got to know that Sheen was getting banned. Like, come on, they have amazing,
yeah?
amazing like clothes and like designs and accessories. And me personally being a lot into fashion, and I'm sure there's so many out there, who love fashion. And
mhm.
it's just really sad to see, especially Sheen to get banned. I mean, yeah, that's just really sad.
Well, speaking of the list, let me just pull up all the 59 apps that have been banned. So as you all can see, there are a lot of apps here. It's a mess, to be very honest.
Mhm.
There's no real reason which we might know, which we're very certain of, that the reason for the apps being banned. But like there are these certain speculations, like if we can talk about these speculations, like the privacy issues and all that, and then the political war between China and India.
So I think what they've tried to do is basically ban apps that have any sort of data being transferred to a foreign country. So apps like TikTok and Share It, as well as Cam Scanner, stuff like this contains a lot of personal information that could be used for ulterior motives. Now the thing is, we can't really state that it's actually happening or not, but as a precautionary measure, I think that's what they were going for. um, yeah, but not necessarily all these apps should have been banned.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's pretty true.
yeah, I understand that, and I don't know if you all know about this, but USA has actually banned the company Huawei
Oh.
because of the
Hmm.
privacy issues that happened last year. And
Mm.
Huawei is also a Chinese company.
Mhm.
So there is a lot of, I mean, if you like go to Google and just type China privacy issues, you'll see so many articles. So I can at least see the justification behind it, and like, like there's so many speculations, scams, etc. So it is kind of scary realizing that so many Indians have used these apps, and now that they're banned, like it's actually come to realization.
Yeah.
So
And
it's pretty scary.
I think also, um, as they say, everything happens for a reason. I think uh, there is a chance that maybe some of these may get unbanned based on after scrutinization is done to see which ones are being done, like a thorough scrutinization. Because right now it could be
Hmm.
just they see a Chinese manufacturer or Chinese developer and they say, oh hey, this is Chinese, this is getting banned.
Yeah.
But there are also a lot of other apps that are alternatives to these apps. And speaking of TikTok, as the first thing that we started off with, there is another app I think which is an alternative, but I
Likey.
don't think it will sort of take over based on how big TikTok has become today. But I think you can check the link on your screen right now, and it's a link to a video by a YouTube page called B-Bomb, and they have done alternative apps to the apps that have got banned. So maybe Kunal, you can probably link that down below.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
people watch
Oh, that's
what app it
nice.
is.
That's so
Okay.
And in
nice.
fact, the
Yeah.
video just came out today. So I mean, today as of
Okay.
Tuesday, 2nd of
That's
July.
great.
That's actually really good. Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like
No, go on.
it's like a good thing. I mean, we just have to wait for whatever the government decides, because I'm sure it's for the best for us being the citizens of India. And yeah, we just gotta hope for the best. And as well as what Ethan spoke about, the alternative apps, I'm pretty sure they might not be the best as compared to what we had,
Yeah,
but I'm sure we can always give it a try.
sure, of course.
I mean, we can just pray that some of these mainstream apps, such as like majorly, especially TikTok, comes back, because a lot of, as someone stated, a lot of people's careers really depend on it, and their source of income is solely through based off TikTok. Now, if you think
Yeah.
about their like positions, like what is going to happen to them, and what might change in their career,
Yeah.
what do you guys think is going to be the major point of change?
I feel like all of the people, especially related to TikTok, because that's one of the apps that I know that actually pays some of the artists. I feel like they're going to be looking out for more social media platforms, and they'll probably move towards Instagram or YouTube if they hadn't already. And hopefully, because the thing is, TikTok had a huge audience and a huge base. So yeah, it's going to be difficult for those users to sort of gain that audience back again. But yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, and I think also a transition from TikTok, as you mentioned, for people's income is, I mean, this is already probably happening the last year, but most of the TikTokers now have also branched out into YouTube, just like how Vine transitioned into TikTok. I mean, Vine transitioned into YouTube. And I think a lot of people now, including Indians who have been sort of making their income and making their living off of TikTok, will move now to YouTube. And I think if they've already built a huge following, then I think it's quite organic that those followers will move from TikTok to YouTube.
Yeah, but I agree. And like, I mean, they don't really have a lot of options, right?
Yeah.
YouTube's the only thing they can do now. But you see, like, there's nothing so like fluid as TikTok, right? It's not as fluid. You get ads in every video. You have to like scroll and find the perfect video for you. Then you open it. It takes a lot of time, and TikTok is just smooth, right? You just enjoy it. You open it. You have a good day. It's well, I'm interested to see how everyone from India's gonna change, like in terms of TikTok and actually every other app, right? Because there are so many which are banned.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see that.
Also, sorry, Jatin, is anybody going to be speaking right now,
No,
or
no,
can
no,
I?
go
No,
on,
no,
go
no.
No,
on.
Please,
go
please
on.
go ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
So I think another thing that I noticed is that if you remember the Snapchat stories that were like the biggest thing ever, and then if you remember how YouTube took it over, I mean, sorry, not YouTube, Instagram took it over with their
Yeah.
own stories, and now Instagram stories have become such a big deal compared to Snapchat. I think something similar may happen with YouTube because just like the way now that TikTok is banned in one area and YouTube being such a big presence in India, I think it'll sort of YouTube may build a new platform like TikTok, like a YouTube Lite or something that
You
would
never know. Yeah.
sort of take the TikTokers and give them another platform to work on. And since YouTube is not Chinese, I mean, it sort of works out for everybody.
Yeah.
Correct.
YouTube's universal, I believe now.
I know.
Yeah.
So, about YouTube, again, as you said, they might do something for the TikTokers, but let's consider the possibility that they also not do anything and then just let how YouTube itself is right now, let it be the same way. Do you think that these TikTokers with their followers, I mean, through Instagram as well, like their Instagram accounts also have a major following, so maybe if they can start a YouTube channel and then post something, do you think the same amount of exposure and followers of people who watch their videos are going to shift over to YouTube, or is it going to decrease?
So I feel like TikTok being such a fluid app had, like, the option of having like perfect sync between audio and the dance, and it was so like instantaneous that people could just hop on the app and make a TikTok in like 2 minutes and it was out already. um, Now the problem with not having that platform, at least right now I haven't seen the alternatives, but not having that sort of fluidity and instantaneous use, is that people are not going to sit and edit their videos through say Premiere Pro or computer based softwares and then
Hmm.
upload their videos onto YouTube. So I think it's going to be a change that will eventually happen if this ban continues. But other than that, I don't know, I think they're going to struggle a bit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, TikTok was like, I wouldn't say the easiest, but then it was relatively easy than YouTube. And I feel like personally, um, YouTube's pretty dead-ish. I mean, YouTube's not hyped up like how it was used to be. Like all the YouTubers, we
Yeah.
were just, yeah, we were just so hyped, to like wait for our YouTubers, like to just come and upload their videos. But I feel like, everyone's just reached to that point that, they can just not sit for like hours and, as Jaden spoke about, editing like each and every video. So yeah, I mean, and also, I mean, if they do have a loyal fan base, then definitely they can take it to YouTube, or they always have Instagram. Instagram's
True.
an amazing platform where they can, grow more than from TikTok. I mean, with the help of TikTok, is also on Instagram. So yeah, so it's like it's like a very 50-50 kind of situation what's happening.
Right. So,
So yeah.
about like when these people switch to YouTubers, I mean, change to YouTube as a platform, the editing work, I think the editors or like people who edit in general, their sources of income could possibly increase because let's say some of these major popular TikTokers do not want to, you know, learn editing, or like they don't have enough time because they're busy with something or the other. So they generally pay these editors to edit videos for them, and then the jobs that editors can get is actually a pretty good increase if you think about it. Like me personally, as a guy who uses Premiere Pro and who edits, like it's a good opportunity.
True.
Yeah.
True. um but yeah, I mean, to be honest, TikTok um, as a platform of income was generally based through freelance. I heard a lot of musical artists who post like songs onto Spotify and Apple Music were paying TikTokers to create a trend with a dance, and that's how they were getting paid. So even if they go onto YouTube or Instagram, I think they're still going to be earning a steady income because a lot of musical artists will still be paying them to do dances. But then again, comes down to editing, which I feel they'll have to learn, or maybe there's a different way of recording. Maybe there's a different app that does the same thing. So that's something we'll have to look into.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to editing, Jaden, I have tried,
Yeah.
and I don't think so. That's my cup of tea. I mean, thanks to
Yeah.
Kunal, he edits my videos.
I mean, all you
Yeah.
can do is throw it back. So
Literally, reference to
Correct.
TikTok.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like all these little TikTok moments or like TikTok references, we're gonna miss. Like, let's be honest, everyone's gonna
Yeah,
miss
Yeah.
these.
totally.
Like,
Renegade.
exactly.
Yeah.
Even like transitioning from Musically to TikTok, even that was a big change if you guys think about it.
Yeah, and also I think sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, I was saying the thing is people nowadays are a lot lazier than they used to be, and
tell me about it.
it's the 5 second thumb scroller or something as they call it, where people keep swiping the whole day. They're swiping and they're scrolling through, and TikTok had that sort of system where you would stop on a video, view it really quick, and then go on.
Mhm.
YouTube doesn't have that. YouTube,
True.
you sort of have to watch the whole
You have
thing
to, yeah,
through
exactly.
to even get some context. So I think if another company now comes up, or I mean, I'm talking about YouTube or something else, comes up and forms a system where they can make quick videos, like 15 second videos, I guess it will make a lot of sense. It'll make people on YouTube even more popular, as well as people who can sort of who are coming from the other app, from TikTok.
Yeah, and also adding on to what Ethan said, I feel like, um, you know, getting famous on YouTube is not easy at all
Mm,
than compared to
Yeah.
TikTok.
true.
And yeah, so it's just gonna be a tough journey for them. I mean, if they're gonna go for the transition. But yeah, apart from that, I feel it's pretty much about TikTok.
Yeah.
And if you like bringing into YouTube as a streaming platform, how about we talk about Mixer, which just has been shut down, or like
Oh yes.
bought by Facebook Gaming, like the streamers, the careers. Let's bring in a little bit
Yeah.
of that. Moksh, if you have
Okay.
anything.
So, for those of you who don't know, Mixer is a Microsoft streaming platform that is going to be shutting down this week. And there were a lot of people who had deals, like Ninja and Shroud. They had exclusive deals where they're going to be only streaming on Mixer. And now, since it's shutting down, so many people who have not only Ninja and Shroud, but so many people who have been streaming only on Mixer will have to stream on other platforms like Twitch and YouTube. Well, it might not be affecting Ninja and Shaw that much because they still get to keep the money and the deal. But it's the other streamers also matter. So what do y'all think about that now?
See, of course, other streamers do matter, but when we're talking about the main big streamers, see, I'm not trying to diss the small streamers. Of course, they do matter, but the bigger streamers, I think they still have a platform to go back to. There is YouTube Gaming, where Courage and people of those types are on YouTube Gaming. There is Twitch also, where Ninja and Short can probably go back to. So I don't think for them their careers are going to take a hit at all. Even though sort of Ninja's Twitch had that big issue where there was sort of random stuff being posted on his page and they were not recognizing him because he quit and he joined another platform. It's still okay, but I think, I mean, Facebook Gaming, I don't think will do that well. If you
Yeah,
are
it's not that popular in compared to other platforms.
True.
like, nobody really says, "Oh, hey, I want to go to Facebook today."
Very true.
I
Yeah.
know, like
That time
why?
is over.
That
Yeah.
was like 10 years or 10 years
Okay,
ago where it was
boomer.
really. Yeah, thank you.
It's like also I've actually gone and checked out like Facebook Gaming. It's so much more complex to get into. Like you have to first get onto Facebook and then like look for the gaming tab that is again in another menu. So that'll be hard to like look out for, or like it's not easier to access if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about these streaming videos, has everyone seen Money Heist here?
Yeah, I
Of
have.
course.
Please.
Um,
La Casa de Papel. Did I say that right?
Yeah, of course you did.
Of
Okay.
course, dude.
What? Okay. Before we talk about what we plan to talk about, what do you all think from season 1 to 4? What do you all
Oh
think?
my god.
okay, well,
Hmm.
I've only seen till season 2, right?
You can leave the podcast, Moksh. You can leave. Thank you so much for
Like
joining. It was great
it was
having you.
It's
Thank
exactly.
already
you.
spoiled for me. It has already been spoiled for me, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But still, you
But
should really
okay,
give it a watch. You know.
Oh, you
yeah, you
should.
Yeah.
You
should you
should.
should have finished it, to be very honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Okay,
binge watched
dude.
4 seasons in like a week, less than a week.
Same, Ethan. I'm with you.
It's
Yeah.
like
To be very honest, I think, okay, in my opinion, I mean, I've watched Game of Thrones, and at one time that used to be like my favorite show ever. And then season 8 came by, and then I didn't like it anymore.
Same. All the
Everybody sort
GOT
of
fans
went,
out there.
yeah. I mean, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
it was a very depressing moment. But then I watched Money Heist, and to be very honest, I think it's one of the best shows.
Same.
Definitely
I
is.
totally stand by that.
It
Yeah.
has suspense, it has drama, it has action.
It
It's
has.
like a mixture of everything else, and it's
Yeah.
pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely waiting for the next season because there was so much of sort of stuff which is, I mean, yet to be explained. At least in that last scene of Money Heist, for those of you who haven't watched it, this is a spoiler, so mute the podcast. But yeah, we see a very sort of we see a scene which is sort of like a cliffhanger, and we are really waiting for we're waiting for the next season. So we can see
Totally.
what
Wait,
happens.
it isn't a spoiler if you're not going to say it.
Oh
So I
yeah,
think you would
sorry.
rather say it.
I mean, yeah.
Ethan, please elaborate.
All right. So the last scene of Money Heist, season 4, episode 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Basically, it's a whole. There's a big planning scene that starts off in the previous episode, and then they drag it on to through 2 episodes. But anyway, bottom line is Nairobi gets shot, and then Gandia shoots her again, and then
Cry.
to add to it, the inspector, who, if you know by now, sort of is captured, and then she's on her way to jail, and then she has her trials. They sneak her out of the trials and send her back into the Bank of Spain, which then is a scene that needs to continue for anybody to get any more context further on. And I know that the COVID situation has sort of put the production on hold, but I am dying for them to continue shooting it and get episodes out.
Yeah.
But I only think we're gonna get these next year, which is very depressing. But I guess that's what happens with the current situation. Everything has to get
Yeah.
paused.
Yeah, it's a very hype show. It also deserves the hype because it is a great show. Not gonna lie, it's like one of the best so far. Like right now on Netflix. There's also hype about Lucifer. Now, how many people have seen Lucifer here?
Me,
Me.
Wait, am I the
Um,
only one who has not seen it?
Oh no, Moksh, high five.
Oh wow.
Yay.
Wow,
We
guys, you
have.
guys are missing out. Come
I
on.
swear.
it's a
I mean, I don't
Dude, I
mind.
can say the same about so many other shows.
It's
I mean, y'all can
it's
go
a
ahead and spoil it. I don't really
it's a
mind.
really fun show. I wouldn't want to spoil it for you guys because I definitely recommend it. But yeah, they're coming out with season 5 now. Apparently, it's coming out in August. I think the 21st.
yeah.
of
I
August.
just brought the
I'm not too
page
sure.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is coming on 21st of August, and basic plot of the story is a devil from the devil Lucifer is down on Earth, and he is spending a vacation on Earth. Yeah, it's not as dark as it sounds, when you talk about the devil, but it's super interesting, and he has these powers which he uses in order to sort of manipulate people on Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you sure, detective?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys are really going to get hooked once you start watching.
Yeah. Very true.
Exactly. So, what else do you guys think about these shows about Netflix? All these recent shows that are coming up, or like shows that have been held because of the current situation.
Okay, wait. Is it just me? Or literally, am I just bored of Netflix now because of quarantine? Like, I just don't watch anything anymore.
I don't know.
I
I
I
think
don't. I
we've
wouldn't
reached a
agree with you.
situation. I think we've reached a point where we are looking for something to do, yet we are saturated by the things that were earlier
Yeah.
interesting to us. So I
Yeah.
think stuff on Netflix. I mean, not a lot of new stuff is coming right now, because of everything being on hold. So yeah, I think you're right to a certain point. I mean, to a certain extent.
But I think
Yeah.
that is sort of a mental block with the amount of things you consume on Netflix. I don't think you would have finished Netflix by now. Obviously, you haven't. But I guess there's a lot of shows that are sort of waiting to be watched, but some you've just not come around to watching it. Like there must be great shows out there on Netflix that are old or maybe in a different language that have been dubbed in English or thing. I mean, but I guess you just haven't watched it, so you don't know yet. I've heard. I
Yeah.
mean, I haven't watched it, but I've heard that Dark is a really good show, and
Oh
season 3 just came
yes.
out. So
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up again, asking if someone has seen it because I clearly haven't. Like, has any one of y'all seen the show?
Okay, I cannot relate with any of y'all right now, like this entire time, because I've not seen any of these shows.
I mean,
So I'm just gonna
Where
sit
you
out
live
for this
under a rock.
conversation.
like,
Yeah.
man, we are in quarantine. We have nothing to do, and you're still legit not even watching some good shows. I don't know what you're doing.
I mean, come on,
Because
Moksh, you
I'm
gotta
busy
get on the
waiting for y'all
grind.
to come online.
Oh.
I
yeah,
mean,
and calling people at the wrong time when you shouldn't.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
now,
I mean, that's an inside joke.
Yeah, that's an inside
And
joke that the podcast doesn't need to know.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what do y'all think about the okay, let's talk about genres of movies. Now, I'm not gonna say this is the most favorite, but one of the most interesting genres has to be horror. What do you guys think?
Oh, please. Kunal, I think
Ah.
there's someone behind you.
Oh, really? Oh,
No,
shit.
no, but I personally really love horror, but I miss the fact that there are not that many great horror movies. We've watched quite a few, all of us together,
Oh,
on Netflix
yes.
party, and some of them haven't even sort of made us twitch. I don't know. Is it just me, or do you guys feel the same way?
Remember when we saw The Nun the other day? I didn't get scared at all. I was just sitting there. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
what the hell
mean,
is this movie?
Oh, did we watch that? Okay, wait, sorry, I was on my phone.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
I'm just terrified from scary movies, guys. Like, I
Okay, no, but
cannot.
wait, one second, one second, one second. The Nun is scary if you. Okay, maybe it's not scary on Netflix, but I watched it at an 11 o'clock show in the night
Same, same.
when the movie just came out a few years ago, and I was scared. I was
Mhm.
very scared, especially in the opening scene.
Spooky.
And
I guess a
yeah,
lot about it is about the environment that you watch a movie.
Also,
yeah,
the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
score,
swear.
the background score.
Like, I didn't sleep for like, what, 3 days? I had like my light switched on the entire night. Like, no joke.
To like, I'm a person who doesn't really get scared easily unless it's a jump scare. So, speaking about jump scares, about Conjuring, have you guys seen? You must have seen Conjuring. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
They
Like,
on like it's a good movie. Even that's a good movie. Again, it's related to The Nun and it's Valak and all that. So yeah,
Exactly.
the
Yeah,
thing that really scares us about these horror movies has to be the sound production,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
correct?
background score is exactly what, if you mute audio on on a movie, it loses a lot of meaning. You
It
know,
loses
Yeah,
its meaning in general.
exactly. You
true.
don't
You
feel,
can't watch a
basically
movie without
background scores are supposed to move you as a viewer. It's supposed to put
if
you in
y'all,
that position.
yeah, if y'all really want the good experience, go to your living room, turn down all the lights, close the curtains, put your volume on full, and make sure you have popcorn next to you, or at least someone next to you.
Yeah, grab
Yeah,
on.
hopefully not the ghost.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
Speak
Sahil, you're clearly very scared.
Oh,
very.
Very much.
trust me, darling. I think I'm gonna hug the pillow tonight just by talking about this.
I mean, you better, otherwise, who's gonna be behind you. It's gonna be something
Uh
different.
huh.
Speaking of
But
music production, what do you guys think about the recent music that's been coming out? By major artists or something.
I
Are we
feel
talking about Jaden
like,
over here?
yeah,
Are we talking about Jaden over here?
Jaden
Um,
Maskie,
yeah.
Shame.
No, but I
Upcoming
feel
Spotify
like,
artist.
yeah, I
Uh huh.
feel quarantine has given so much of time and productivity to artists of all sorts, not only music producers, but also just artists, drawing and painting. But music, because it's the field where I, of course, specialize. Um,
still you can't make good music.
Ouch.
Oh,
Ouch! What was that
Oh,
for, Moksh?
Okay,
Dude, I love the music. It's really good. I listen to it every day.
Okay, I'm a bit hurt now. But yeah, so yeah, during quarantine, basically two songs have released, two of my own songs. I mean, one of my own songs and a collaboration with two of my friends. And another song is set to release hopefully in August. Yeah, so
can you tell us what's the name of the song going to be?
I can. Okay, so it's going to be called "These Nights with You." This is special information. No one else has it. But yeah, the
Podcast
thing is, I don't.
exclusive.
Yeah, I don't want to really announce it yet because I'm not too sure about it. But let's see. Hopefully, that's going to be the name, and sometime in August. So yeah.
that is something we
Yeah,
Looking
that's
all.
forward to it.
so
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. And even talking about productivity, I myself have discovered that fashion's something that's within me, and like me being a chubby person, I mean, there are people who do get insecure about their bodies, and I just feel that's completely wrong. So so I'm just out there just to tell people, tell the world that it is completely fine the way you look. It's completely okay, you know, with whatever weight you have, and you know it's it's like completely fine to be yourself, and you need to love yourself, you need to love everything about yourself. So yes, I do have an Instagram if you all do love fashion.
Ah,
So wait,
should
If
we
you all
has
talk
this
about
like
Shameless
body
plug.
positivity.
yeah
Let's go for self promotion.
self promotion for
Yeah,
the
I
day?
mean,
I
come on,
mean,
it's for a good
yeah,
cause. I'm
you might as
inspiring
well.
people.
it's
You
it's
might as
that
well.
Inspiring
it's
people.
that time in the
Yeah.
podcast where we all
You're
try.
co-host.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're co-hosting a podcast. You might as well plug in your
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
socials.
at
You can
One
check out
Man
Jaden's
Joker.
music. You can check out Sahal's videos. You can check out Ethan's
Of
photography. You
course,
can check
Kunal's
mine.
gonna put it all over there, all on the
Wait,
screen.
amazing shit.
Definitely,
Yeah, now that I've
definitely.
said it, Kunal, you better do it, huh?
Yes,
Moksh,
yes.
you do have something. You have good timing.
Oh my
Good
god.
comedic
Ah,
Yeah,
I
another
mean,
inside joke.
very good
yeah.
timing. So, I
All
think
right.
yeah. Go on, Ethan.
Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I have not. I had nothing to say. Just go on. It's okay.
I mean, I had nothing to say as well.
Sahil, please take it
Okay.
away.
Okay, I think I'll do this.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
anyways, thank you so much for tuning into Quarant Talks. We spoke a lot about today, and just follow us everywhere you can.
All the links are in the
Our
description.
Instagram handles.
Yes,
Yes,
everything's in the
everything's
description.
everything's linked down below.
Yes,
Everything's linked down
everything
below.
will be down below.
And yeah, we spoke a lot today. I hope you guys were able to keep a track of everything. Also, please comment down below what you would like to hear next week, and we will try our best to include it in our talk.
Yes, and if there's any feedback or suggestion, please, we are open for that. And yeah, I hope you all had fun listening to us. And yeah,
All right. Also, sorry, just to add to that, Sahil,
yes.
if there's if any of y'all have questions and y'all sort of don't know how to reach us, our Instagram handles will be in the description, so y'all can DM us personally as well to ask us about questions. And yeah, thank you guys so much
Yes.
for tuning in.
And this is Quarantalks, and we are signing off.